If you want to live a life filled with both wealth and happiness, then remember this one powerful truth. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That one shift in mindset, it changes everything. Over the years, I've discovered a pattern. Your income will rarely exceed your level of personal development for long. Sure, you might get lucky and earn a windfall, but if you don't grow into the kind of person who can manage and maintain that abundance, it'll shrink right back down. Life always finds a way to balance things out. That's why if someone hands you $1,000,000, your top priority better be becoming a millionaire in mindset, habits, and behavior, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, it'll vanish. There's a saying, if you took all the money in the world, divided it equally among everyone, it would eventually end up back in the same hands. Why? Because success is not something you chase, it's something you attract by becoming a person who's capable of sustaining it. So instead of running after success, work on you. Build yourself. Because happiness isn't in what you get, it's in who you become. If you're ready to change your life, to truly transform it from the inside out, then here are 3 steps that can reshape your mindset, your lifestyle, and your destiny. Step 1. Learn how things work. Change begins with ideas. One powerful idea can change your reality completely. Most people think their biggest problem is money, but that's not true. The real problem? Lack of an idea. I used to say, I don't have any money, but someone wiser told me that's not a problem. The problem is that you don't yet have the idea that creates money. Let that sink in. Lack of money is a result. Lack of ideas is the root. So how do you get ideas? You study. You go on a mission to discover how life works. If you want success, study success. If you want happiness, study happiness. Want wealth? Then study wealth. Don't leave it to luck or hope. Don't just wish. Turn your desires into a focused study. Most people drift through life hoping for the best, but hope without strategy is useless. And when you learn something valuable, write it down. Keep a journal. Your mind isn't a filing cabinet. It's for processing ideas, not storing them. Capture your insights. And then, here's the key. Repetition. Go over those ideas, again and again. Repetition turns learning into living. Do it enough, and one day, that idea takes root, grows, and shows up in your income, your confidence, your relationships, your lifestyle. Now, if you're serious about discovering how to change anything, here are 3 ways to learn how life really works. Number 1. Read. All high performers I know, they're readers. They devour books like their lives depend on it, because in many ways, they do. One book can shave years off your learning curve. One chapter might unlock a breakthrough. There are books on every skill imaginable, on leadership, confidence, public speaking, mindset, emotional intelligence. The problem isn't access. The problem is people don't read them. You don't need to become a bookworm, but start with 30 minutes a day. Read something uplifting, practical, or deeply challenging, something that sharpens you. Become self-educated. Traditional education gives you traditional results, but self-education, that's how you rise above the average. Learn from the experiences of others. You don't have time to make every mistake yourself. Number 2, listen. Get around successful people and simply listen. There's wisdom in their stories. There's strategy in how they speak. And yes, you can learn from people who are struggling too, by paying attention to what not to do. Learn both sides. Ask yourself, what do unsuccessful people read? What do they watch? What do they do with their time? Then, don't do that. Here's one of the best tips you'll hear today. Poor people should take rich people out to dinner. Yes, you heard that right. Most won't do it. They'll say, he's rich, he can pay. But you're missing the point. If you can sit across the table from someone who's figured it out, who's living the life you want, and they open up and share their journey with you, that dinner could be worth millions in future value. Their one idea could change your trajectory, but you've got to be willing to invest in learning. Number 3, observe. Watch successful people closely. Study how they move, how they communicate, how they solve problems. Success leaves clues. It's hidden in the little things. How someone shakes hands, how they carry themselves, how they respond under pressure. Notice the patterns. Copy the good stuff. Seriously, if someone's making $10,000 a month, watch how they walk. It might sound funny, but you never know what small behavior shift might spark a big internal change. At the very least, it gets you paying attention, and that's where transformation begins. Observation isn't just about sight, it's also about insight. Seeing with your eyes is good, but seeing with your mind, that's powerful. Use both, train both, and above all, pay attention. Wherever you are, be there fully. Soak it in. Now we spent a while on step 1, Learn how things work, because it's the foundation. But let's move to step 2. Go to work. There's no substitute for action. Get fired up about your ability to take action, to make yourself do the things that need to be done. Because here's a truth you can't escape. Your life can change dramatically in a single day if you choose to act differently. Start with the small disciplines. Wake up earlier. Make that call. Write that list. Take that first step. These little wins build your willpower muscle. And if you don't develop that strength, how will you handle the big challenges when they come? Build the foundation now, and when life demands more, you'll be ready. And then there's the engine behind it all. Self-motivation. It's the only kind that matters. Don't wait for someone to come along and hype you up. What if they don't show up? You've got to become your own spark. Fuel your own fire. Take ownership of your energy. It's your life. Own it. And once you've learned something, don't just file it away. Don't let your learning stay in your head. That just makes you informed. Let your learning turn into action. That's what makes you successful. And remember, wealth isn't just about money. In fact, money is often the smallest part of a rich life. You can be financially loaded and emotionally bankrupt. True wealth is multidimensional. Step 3. Don't try to cheat the system. This is the caution step. Don't cut corners. Don't game the system. Don't look for shortcuts that compromise your integrity. Yes, it might seem faster to shave the truth or skip steps, but in the end, you'll just end up with a life built on sand. Do it right. Do it the hard way, if that's what it takes, because the hard way is often the true way. Learn how the system works. Respect it. Work with it, not against it. Because if you cheat the system, you cheat yourself. Don't settle for a cheap life. Build one you're proud of. Now, if I could sit down with just you, one-on-one, here's what I'd say. Dig deeper. Reach inside yourself and pull out more of what makes you human. Your drive, your imagination, your courage. It's all there, waiting to be used. And once you do that, you can change anything. Your habits, your attitude, your confidence, your results. You never have to be the same again after today, but only if you choose. So let me leave you with a question. What are you going to do tomorrow that moves your life in a different direction? What small decision will set off a chain reaction of growth, confidence, and fulfillment? Because if you change nothing, then guess what? The next 5 years will look exactly like the last 5. And if you're not okay with that, it's time to decide. This is your moment. You get to write your story. You can change a little or everything. You can evolve or stay the same. It's your call. But the best part? Any day you want, you can begin again and rewrite your entire future.